everybody, my name's Ed Durvis. This is 93 Drive. Today we're driving a 2017 Land Rover Discovery with a 3.0 liter supercharged intercool, producing 340 horsepower and 322 pounds of torque for a car that weighs about 5,600 pounds, and it'll get it from 0 to 60 in just 6.3 seconds, and it'll cross the quarter mile at 14.9 at 95 miles an hour, and it'll tow about 8,200 pounds. So, and carry 7 passengers. With that being said, let's get this show on the road and see what this Discovery is all about. Alright, here we go, driving the 2017 Discovery. Yeah, it's funny that I mentioned that it's supercharged, but so far I have not heard that supercharged. Let's see if we can hear here. There's no whine coming from the supercharger, which is interesting because most of the times, you know, when you get at higher RPMs, you do hear that whine from a supercharger, but not here for some reason. It picks up pretty well. I mean, it is a heavy car. Like I mentioned, it does carry 7 people. Layout is really good layout. It feels good. Around the bumps, it is a little bit harsh, but other than that, the layout's pretty nice. All the materials feel really nice. Nice leather steering wheel. Everything you touch feels nice and soft to the touch. There's a little bit of gloss on the panels on center console, and those do feel a little plasticky, as you can hear it. Same thing with the center console, is a little bit on the plasticky side, but other than that, the rest of the other materials feel pretty well. Good layout in the front, an instrument cluster, nothing to really. This is really old school, just complete analog. There's no real display. The only huge display is the 10.2 screen that's got the map and controls everything in the car. The layout for the air conditioning vents is pretty easy. It's pretty easy to go ahead and turn on a heated seat, especially today here in Washington DC, where it's extremely and utterly cold. I think winter's right around the corner, so yep, it is cold here in Washington. Other than that, it does feel pretty well planted. I do wish there was a volume knob on the steering wheel to control the sound coming out of this Meridian 14 speaker sound system. This is the this is the HSE, so it's a higher end model. But other than that, it feels very strong. So let's go and take it down to our regular route. Let's do that little standstill. I know that it's gonna be quick. I mean, yeah, 6.3 seconds. It's not anything to brag about. And like I just mentioned just a bit ago, it is a little bit on the heavy side. But like, you know, it does tow 8,200 pounds. So let's take it down to location and see what happens from a standstill. All right, here we go for all the marbles. Woo! Yeah, come on, baby, come on. Yep, it took a little while to get up there, and this obviously has the stop engine, so I had to give that a little second to start up the engine, then go. And it did take a little bit. Once it did rev up to a higher RPMs, I did manage to get a little hint of that whine of the supercharger part. Really, you really have to really keep your ear there to be able to listen to it, because it was not really loud at all. No drama, obviously. It is an all-wheel drive car, but obviously this is being the Land Rover. It is not meant for anything but it's not meant for speed. It's meant for just basically hauling everybody that you need to haul. And obviously it's got all the selections you possibly would ever need to control the four-wheel drive system, to be able to get it anywhere and take it to the beach, take it to the mountains, take it hiking, take it to anywhere in the mud, whatever is where it'll be happy. So with that being said, let's take it down to our twisty favorite road. Obviously we're just gonna take it easy. It's not, like I said, it's not a sports car. It does not feel like a sports car. There's a lot of body roll, that is for sure. I can really feel it now. I know that once you get it down to the twisty, we're gonna definitely get more body rolls going around there. So let's get down there and see what is what. All right, here we go. 9-3 driving in a Land Rover Discovery, and look at that body roll right there in the first turn. Yep, as I mentioned earlier, yeah. There's not a lot of feet coming back from the steering wheel. This car definitely is not meant for these roads at all. There's not a lot of communication coming, like I said, from the steering wheel. It's pretty numb. And there's a substantial amount of body roll. A little bumpy. Yep, you can feel that body roll. Car's really not communicating. Brakes, they're strong brakes, but doesn't really tell you anything. Yep, we can't push it. Yeah, we coming into this one turn where we always get body roll. We gotta really come down on the clampers because it does not like it at all. So good. Gives it a little room here. Yeah. This car is definitely not. We're gonna go up the hill. Yeah. It does not like this at all. We are catching up to another car, which is fine because, yeah, ooh, body roll right there. Up the hill, give it gas. Yeah. That's right, boys and girls. This thing did not like that one bit. Anyway, those are, that's the story right there. Wow, all right. All right, here we go, heading on another twisty road. Let's see how much body roll I get here. Whoa, yep, oh, yep. Steering wheel is super light. It's got plenty of power, you know, it's got a good amount of torque, so it does get it up quickly, but come around this bend, yep, there it comes. You gotta make sure you slow her down. We'll go around this, and let's see what it does here. Yeah. This car is meant for two things. Carrying people comfortably to work, kids to school, a lot of body roll. You can't even, you gotta let off the throttle there. Or go off-road. That is exactly the point of this car. All right, let's head back, do our final thoughts. All right, heading back with the Discovery. You know what, I have to say that right off the bat, you have to be truly a Land Rover fan, because this car does not increase your heart rate. It is good at what it's supposed to do in regards of hauling people. There's plenty of room to do that. It's probably very capable going off-road, knowing Land Rover and the history of Land Rover. And appearance-wise, it looks like almost a miniature Range Rover in the front. The back's a little bit different, obviously a little more quirky. But true Discovery owners, when this car came out, which it was the LR before that, they weren't a huge fan of it because the old one was much more boxy, and it had a design that came from such a long history of old Rovers that went off-road, and that's what they were meant to. When this car came out with this design, true Land Rover Discovery owners were like, what is this? It looks like a minivan. This is not truly what they wanted. They wanted to continue to have that square looking appearance to it. So it has that going for it. But other than that, the materials are really, really nice. I mean, it feels good, it feels solid. But again, you know, you do have to put up with a lot of body roll. Even under regular driving, you do have a lot of body roll. I don't see that as being completely such a bad thing if you're just driving in a normal day-to-day. I mean, even coming around here, the parkway, just on regular speeds, you can feel the roll, which once you've owned this car for a while, you kind of get used to it. So it's a car that you just kind of drive around, but doesn't, like I said just a minute ago, it doesn't really excite the soul. So we're gonna get off the parkway right now, and I'll give you a perfect example of, obviously we've seen the cars that we've driven lately and how well they went around the turns, even the GLS. But here we go, and I'll show you that it really doesn't, you know, even though we have traffic, it doesn't matter, because you got that body and then, yep, and you can automatically tell that it does not like transition very much. So even going around here left, when we transition back, even though we got someone in front of us, we can't carry that much speed. But even at this speed, you can still feel a minimum amount of roll. So if you can live with that on a day-to-day basis, it's perfectly fine. And one of the quirky things that these cars have, including the Range Rover and this one, it's got an extension in the back. When you open the trunk, there's a little extension comes out, almost like a little table, or you call it a little seat, so you can have a little tailgate when you're out hunting the wolves, or hunting, whatever it is they do hunting in England. Anyway, so I enjoyed the time with it. I just definitely don't think that it's for anybody who really enjoys driving fast. Well, those are my thoughts on the Land Rover Discovery. Layout, like I said earlier, excellent layout, very easy to read, very easy to navigate. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. It is the end of the year. Thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed, who has commented this year. You know, it really, really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. If you haven't subscribed yet, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. More stuff is coming up for next year. Do comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. It helps me figure out exactly where you guys want the channel to go. Thumbs up is always welcome. That way I know exactly that, you know, we're heading in the right direction. You know, notification bell, ding, turn that on so you know when the next video is coming up. And, you know, obviously follow my friend JT at jt.benz, and you can also follow me at ed_Durbis and Instagram as well, where I post pictures of cars to come, or just car spotting here and there of cool cars. Once again, thank you so much. This has been a great year. I've enjoyed making these videos for everybody out there. It definitely has been a really enjoyable year. So thank you. Have a fantastic day. Have a great holiday. Have a great new year. And can't wait to catch you guys in the next video very soon. Until then, bye.